Hey, Heavenlies! Welcome back to the ClipArtistry Heaven channel. My name is Lucille, and if you are new here, this is a place where we speak about all things AI, clip art, and general digital products to help you grow your creative business. Now, if you don't know, I run a $9 a month monthly membership that is called AI Prompt Heaven, and inside you will find unlimited access to prompts plus our brand new members tool stack. These tools are designed to help you seriously level up your AI art generation game. So, if that is your jam, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button below, like this video, and let me know in the comments where you are from. I always love hearing from you guys. Today we are talking about coloring pages and doing it or creating it with AI. And let me tell you, with about one click, okay, maybe two, just to be safe. You can generate ready-to-use prompts for coloring pages. And the best part of this is that you can use any system of your choice, whether it is Artisly, Canva AI, MidJourney, Kittle. You can even create it in ChatGPT. So stick with me because I'm going to show you just how fun and easy it is to create this. Let's go into my screen. If you are an existing AI Prompt Heaven member, if you are a member of the Vault, then this is the screen that you would probably land on, okay? Or more accurately, this one. So if you are a member, you've got the welcome videos and where everything sits, the members tool stack, which I just mentioned a moment ago, which is brand new. It's only been around for about 3 weeks. And I'm already busy with version 2. So soon I'll be relabeling this one version 1, and I've already identified 6 new tools that I want to add, which will be version 2, and I will just do another video about how you can use those tools in your business. So if you are a member, please click on this members tool stack and you will land on the 6 first tools that we created. And I need to just give a shout out to Richard, who's in our Facebook group, as well as Doreen, because they were just amazing in helping me putting these tools together, testing them, and just making sure that they are ready for you guys when you start using them. I have received amazing feedback from a lot of you in the course, in our Facebook group, on emails, the love and the support. I am so grateful to all of you. I read all your emails. You know I answer all of them. So thank you so much for keeping the feedback going. And the more you give me feedback, the more I am inspired to do more, and also the more I just want to create more solutions that helps all of us in our digital product businesses, right? So today we're going to speak about Coloring Page Wizard, and I'll just show you. It's been around for about 3 weeks, as I've mentioned, but Richard and myself, we've been working on upgrading a little bit. Richard also is in our Facebook group. If you are in the Facebook group and you love coloring pages, please go and follow or join his group, because he's really good at coloring pages, coloring them in, guiding the community, showing us what is possible with Artisly, and just follow him. You'll thank me later. Okay, so you'll notice now that the screen looks slightly different than before. I've just changed a couple of things, and the first thing I wanted to change, if you are familiar with the old one, you'll now see, before we see anything else, which on the previous version, everything was like on a flowing one page. I first need to know where you want to go with the magic, right? So now we are saying, I've added 3 options. Yesterday we didn't have a surprise me. So it was just like to select, like choose your theme, choose your line art, whatever. So it's still there, but before we get to that, I just want to explain the logic, right? So now I'm saying, if you don't want to think, which is pretty much where I am most of the time. I don't want to think about what I need to design unless I've done research and I know, okay, I want to target graduation 2026 or funny old ladies or a particular, I've spotted an SEO, then I know I'm going to design on point. Most of the time, really, I don't want to think about it, which is why I've created all these tools, right? So now I need you to tell the system, please surprise me. I don't feel like thinking. Let me select my own styles, because there's like a list. I'll show you now. Or you need to tell the system, I want to write my own. Thank you very much for all of these, but I want to write my own. We have catered for all of you, right? So let's start with surprise me. This is why I said just one button. So this is the first button. And you can see prompts just popping up, right? let's understand what's going on behind the system. Obviously, everything that you're seeing in front of you, it's basically a dump from here into the code, and thus you've got this, right? So surprise me really is surprise me with all of these elements. What the system does is it chooses a flat outline for you, right? It chooses Valentine's Day love as a theme. It chooses toddlers, adult, whatever. Simple in terms of complexity. I've deliberately set up the page size as an option for you to pick from. And the reason for that is some systems will create the image according to what you are saying. A good example of this is ChatGPT. So if I tell ChatGPT I want a portrait image, or I want a ratio of 2:3, or I want a square ratio 1:1, ChatGPT will design that according to that instruction. Very different story with Artisly, MidJourney, Kittle, whatever. There you have to set yourself off the bat. But I left the sizing in because some people might use ChatGPT to create, and if you say portrait or landscape, ChatGPT will follow that instruction. So I just want to make it very clear here, even if you leave 8.5 by 11 in your prompt for Artisly, for example, you're not going to get a portrait. You are going to get a square, because if you are an Artisly user, you know all of the clip art designs are by default 1:1, unless you do the selection, which I'll show you in a minute, right? So this has really surprised me. I don't know at this point what the system is going to spit out for you, but this is what we've got. So it's given us flatline, it's given us Valentine's Day love, toddlers, simple, page size, and it's given us 4 prompts, although I've set up the system or done the update yesterday to let you choose. But this number, the quantity number, can be anything. It really can be anything. And you'll see, every time we surprise me, we will land on a different number, because this whole process is to surprise you, which includes the quantity. That's the thinking behind it, right? So, one button, and we've got all of these. Now let's look at the prompts. Love song with musical notes. Create a simple coloring page of a love song with musical notes, right? Romantic garden gate. Create a simple coloring page of romantic garden gate. Heart of shaped balloon. And you might be saying, Lucille, why does it keep on saying simple coloring page? Well, the system chose simple over here and not intermediate or complex. So it will keep to the consistency of what the system has been selected, or in this case, it would be what the system surprised me with, right? So let's just go back to the prompts. The surprise also is the 4. Romantic garden gate we've covered. Heart-shaped balloon. Love letter envelope, right? So it's all speaking to Valentine's Day. It's all speaking to a simple coloring page. It's speaking about the art style, which is a flat outline, and that is the consistency that you want. So let's just test these prompts. I'm going to just take this one out. I want to put the two, this one. I want to put the two next to each other. So if I go to Artisly, I'll start with Artisly, but I'll show you ChatGPT, I'll show you Canvas AI, and I'll show you MidJourney as well. Okay? And then I want to be, right? So I'm just going to put the two next to each other. And let's go. So with Artisly, there's a couple of places you can do coloring pages with, right? So you can go to AI Design Assistant. Okay, you can go to AI Design Assistant. This is for you to figure out. I'm not going to tell you where to go. You need to figure out which designer works for you best, serves your clients, customers best, what gives you the best output. But I'm just going to show you where in the system you can go. Because there's so many places to do it, you can, there's various places. I just want to point out some. So coloring pages, you can go to AI Agents, click on coloring page, paste your prompt there. Okay, copy, here we go. You'll also see I've done an update where the last prompt that was copied is then highlighted with the hot pink border, because before when I used to use the system, when I go in between pages, I can't remember which number of the prompt I last copied. So I did the update so that once it it's copied, I know, okay, this is the last one. And if I don't split my screen and I don't remember, then at least I know that was the last one. So I copy, paste. I'll just go 4. You can change the dimensions, but just for me not having to click so many times, I'm going to leave it on 1 by 1. Please do the, please check it out and play with it yourself, right? So that's one place that you can do it. Then you can go to AI Art Illustrator, which is pretty much where I spend the most of my time, because there are about almost 50 different art styles here. The first one you'll see is coloring page Illustrator. So if you just paste your prompt, do the 4, copy the next one. Okay. You can go back to the Illustrator. This is also an area that you can do it, but for me personally, I find there's a lot of shading and like sort of gray scale, like gray, like a grayish effect, right? I find there's a grayish effect that doesn't really sit well with me. For coloring pages, I like this effect, which is a pure white background and just one shade of black. That to me is what a coloring page should look like. But perhaps there's someone with a different case study. You're welcome to share with us. This particular one was done in the coloring page Illustrator, which is the one I'm showing you. So these are the results, but just to look at some of the others that I've done. So just to be prepared for the video, I did some others, and just to show you the output over here. Yeah. So I played for a bit, and I didn't like the busyness of some of this is not coloring page. Okay, I speak for myself. This is not a coloring page that I would particularly put in a book and sell on Amazon or Etsy. It simply is not. It looks like you're targeting children, right? And it's too busy. It's too busy. So to get, some of them were nice, but even this, it's too busy. Like for coloring pages, I can understand when it's like for an adult and it's like this, different story. But for kids, you're targeting kids, look at the elements, but it's just too busy, in my view, right? And in the research that I've done when I was selling coloring pages. Now you will see here from these ones, they're becoming a little bit closer to what I like, right? So it's a very much white background. There's not a lot of busyness. There's not a lot of there's no borders and geometric patterns. I don't like that. And I had to update the system, and I'll show you now with the other options how exactly to get this effect. If this is your style, if you want to go with it, you can most definitely still do that with the coloring page wizard, right? But I'll show you, if you want this effect, I'll show you exactly how to get it. And that's kind of more my way, like if I create coloring pages, which I haven't in a while, that's what I like to put into a book. So I'll just refresh so we can see what this output is. Sometimes with Artisly, even if it shows you the blue tile, it doesn't mean that it's not done. It just means you kind of need to refresh. But in this case, it's still processing. So this was, let's see, this was the heart. Let's see, heart-shaped balloon. Create a simple coloring page of a heart-shaped balloon. Use flat outline. So that's as simple as it gets. Nothing busy at the back. If busy is your thing, that's fine. Then this one is create a simple coloring page of a romantic garden gate. That's beautiful. Romantic garden gate. So I'm just trying to see if it's on point with what we created. I don't know why this one's taking so long, but we can go on to the next one. I need this one here. And I need this to go back there. Okay, so that was the surprise me. Really, I think that's the best part of the system, right? You don't have to think. You don't have to click anything. It's one button. They ask for the prompt, and you get a list of a consistent bundle of the same theme in the same art style. It should give you a consistency, right? The next one we're going to play around with is select your style. Now, select your style is you're telling the system, let's just make it a bit bigger. You're basically saying that I want to select my own styles. Now, what is the update here since launch? We have updated the list of, so the list of art styles, you can't see the top section because it's going on top now. We've got classic coloring book, simple outline, bold line. art, sketch outline, whimsical, traditional, flat outline, children coloring style. So there's just a whole lot in the system, more than when we launched, right? Artistic sketch, technical drawing, hand, etc. It goes on and on and on. So you can choose, let's say we've done flat outline. Let's say we want to go, I don't know, hand-drawn style. Let's go hand-drawn style, right? Because I'll sit here a whole day. And then let's say you want to choose a dinosaur world, right? Now, remember earlier I told you about getting that singular focus, these two. I literally tested this right before I did the video, and I'll show you how we'll get to that, right? So I did an update here, which is your design focus. You need to let the coloring page wizard know, if you say dinosaur world, you don't want a busy situation. You don't want the background with borders, because the system used to do that a lot. It would give you a prompt with borders, and it's, I think, kind of assuming that you're asking for those things. So I'm saying that's great. There might be people who love that. I didn't take it away from you. All I'm saying is, if you are on my side, team me, where you want clear white background and a singular focus on whatever theme it is you selected or that you've written out or decided on your own, which is the last part of this demonstration, by clicking this, it will tell the system, focus on one main element only. For example, strawberry instead of strawberry with leaves, vines, and baskets. Because it used to just throw in things that for some might be cute. I just don't like it for coloring pages, right? So if you want that, click on this button, because it will build it into the prompt and give you that effect that I showed you in Artisly. So let's go kids, let's go simple level, let's go leave the size, that size, and then let's say I want 6 prompts. You generate your prompts, and now you'll see you've got 6 prompts. Prehistoric swamp. What do we choose? Dinosaurs. Oh, okay. Prehistoric swamp. What? Carnotaurus. Whoa! I'm not going to go through all of those dinosaur names. I actually thought the system was going to give me like just the word dinosaur, but it's actually gone and given me actual dinosaur names. Spinosaurus. What is this even? I don't know how to say that. Dinosaur cave. At least I can read that. So let's go. Let's go to, let's try Canvas AI Creator. I'm going to drop one prompt in ChatGPT, because ChatGPT takes a long time to do an image, right? So if you don't know, you click on this plus sign, click on create image, and then you just drop your prompt, right? So you can do that. And then we'll use that same prompt. We'll use Canvas AI Creator. I have chosen also quite a selection with Canva AI. You can leave it on none, because you've given it enough technical descriptions for it to know that it's a coloring page. So none is a good option. For this one, you can also go, I don't know if sketch, I don't think sketch is it. But I'm going to just do that. Select sketch. I don't think sketch is it. I'm going to go style, and I'm going to go none, right? And then I'll do another one, copy. Let's check what else is here. I don't know if let's check illustration. I don't create as much as I used to in Canvas AI, because of Artisly. I spend a lot of time with Artisly now. But you will have to check and figure this out. Like, what is the art style that works for you? This one, let's close here. This is none. I think none is a safe bet. Let's see, this is also none. This is what I did earlier. This was an egg, maybe chick, but the sketch one is not work for me for coloring pages. Let me know what your thoughts are. I think none is a safe bet. And let me see Illustrator. Okay, let's go illustration. Okay, let's copy the next one. So the purpose of showing you the different AI creators is just to let you know that you don't have, it doesn't matter which system you use. That's my point. You can use Artisly, which is a once-off payment. If you don't know, it starts at $49. Once off, you never have to pay again. There's no monthly fees. It's unlimited in the sense that they do have a hold on, or like a cap on 400, like at 400, and anything over 400 per day. Like for Kittle, I'm paying a monthly fee and I get 250 a month. Kittle's Artisly saying with us, you get 400 a day. And the only reason they've got the cap, and rightfully so, is because of the usage of bots. A couple of people in the groups I've seen have been lifted out where they use bots to do this so that they don't have to. And that's unfair on the rest of the members, because like if you are doing that, then it's at the expense of the rest of us. But anyway, that is, I understand it. I'm happy with it. It's $49 starting off, or you can go to the 147 plan, which gives you access to all the different tools. But my point is, you don't have to do it in any particular system, which is why I'm showing you the different tools, right? I know we did Artisly, but I just want to go back. It's weird that this one's not generating. Let's just refresh. So let's go regenerate. No, I don't want clip art, sorry. I actually want to do it in the coloring page. Then I'll just paste. I'll do my 4. I just want to check, yeah, it's on coloring page. And then another way, I'll show you in a minute how another way you can generate coloring pages in Artisly, which I didn't do earlier, is if you go back to your Art Illustrator, right? This is a coloring page one. You can try this one as well for coloring pages. And then at the bottom, you can also use the adult coloring page option. I'm just pasting the same prompt, generate. Let's go back here. So again, you need to, this is a decision that you have to make, right? I can't tell you which tool to use. I can only demonstrate what I use and what works for me, and hopefully you get inspiration from it. You're welcome to ask me questions about it. But like, for example, this is not anything that I would sell on Etsy. I would not slap my name on this, and I would not list it. This is not good enough for me. You will have to figure out what works for you. And I'm very happy with Artisly. There we go. This is the output from Artisly. Right? I don't know if this is actually whatever that is. I'm not even going to try. Parasaur lopus. I don't know if that looks like that. You know, so to slap my name on something, I know what a heart looks like, so that's easy, right? But anyway, that's your homework. Let's go back to Canva, since we're still on Canva. Let me see what other illustrators, right? Because we are saying coloring page, and the system's smart enough to know that it's black and white, right? Let's do this. What I like about Canva is that I can also multi-generate. I love it, because this waiting for one is not the best for me. So this is ChatGPT, which is fairly good. The only problem I've got with ChatGPT is that it takes extremely long. By the time my brain's done so many other things, I forgot I actually had an image with ChatGPT. So that's ChatGPT's output, generally very good. And you, just to demonstrate, this is the portrait type, and it gave you portrait. That's why I left it in. Although I know most of you use Artisly, a lot of you in my community use Artisly. It doesn't matter with Artisly or MidJourney, because those systems require you to set. ChatGPT is a different story, which is why I left it in, and you can tell ChatGPT what is the aspect ratio that you want it in. Okay, let's go to Canva and see what that output was. This is horrible. Sorry, I'm sorry, Canva lovers. This is horrible. Look, what is this? Like a whale dinosaur. What is this? Do your homework, please. Do your homework. Although the sketch one doesn't work for me, it really, I think it's the best. Like this one. So, vector didn't help. Let's do another one before we... This is vector. Horrible. I don't know what's going on here, right? Let's do this prehistoric ocean. Paste. I'm going to go to sketch, back to Canva, and that's the cave. Guys, this is entirely up to you. You'll have to figure out. And that's why I use multiple systems, and I have to. It's not always by choice, because each system costs money, right? But like, I know for coloring pages before Artisly, Ideogram was my program. So if I wanted coloring pages, I would bypass all the other systems and I will go straight to Ideogram. And MidJourney also worked for me, but still for me, Ideogram was best in coloring pages before MidJourney. Before Artisly. I'm not saying Artisly is now better than Ideogram. I'm just saying because I've got Artisly, I've got no limitation in terms of credits. I can do as many as I need to, and for an Etsy digital product seller such as myself, you want that. Ideogram, same story. I think it's about $10 a month, but there's a limitation, and you can pay $20 and you have more allotted to you. But I think it's also in the region of 400 credits for the month. So that is the only reason why I am leaning towards Artisly, because it just serves my business. I don't create for fun or for passion projects or for grandchildren or whatever the case may be. For me, it's a business. So all the tools that I invest in, it needs to support my business. If you don't have that requirement as part of your creative projects, if it's not business, then it's not a problem for you. But for an Etsy digital product seller or someone that sells on their own website, the tool that's going to give me the most mileage, I'm going to go with that because I can make more money from the images that the system, generates for me. So that's my thinking. You will have to go and do your own homework. So that's the second one. Also, you'll note here, I had to scroll up all the time, but now you can just use this little green arrow here, it takes you straight to the top. Then what you can also do, which we didn't have before, is to start fresh. And the moment I click it, you will see everything falls away. So it's now as if you're starting fresh. You will also have like recent prompts, but it doesn't really say much because I can't click on it, so it can't open anywhere, but it's just to say this was the last prompts that you did. We're going to go to write your own prompt now, right? So this is for the guys who actually know what I want to create, and I want to bypass surprise me and select your style or whatever. I want to write my own theme, right? So once you click on it, you will see it will ask you for the art style, which is pretty much the same. What have we not used? I don't know. Let's try this one. Let's say Christmas cake, right? So I'm not going to tick the singular here. I'm going to bypass it for now. And then I'm going to choose it's simple or intermediate. Let's see what it gives us. And then this one, or let's say A4. And then I want 5 prompts. Click generate, and it will give you all of that. You will also see you can clear, and it will take you back to the top, and you can do a new request. Same story, right? So you've got your 5 prompts, and let's try them in MidJourney as the last system. Let's see what. Okay, this is I think this is supposed to be a dinosaur in water. I don't know if that was a thing. You can tell me anything about dinosaurs. Okay, let's go to MidJourney and let's try our prompts out here. Let's go. Yeah, so these are some of the ones I did earlier. This is now with clicking this button here, singular element focused. Once I click that, these were my outputs. Before that, these were my outputs. Look how busy this is. You can't color that in. It looks lovely, but you can't cover that in. You can't color that in, right? These are some princess castles, so they all look different, right? That's a totally different one. You need to know your audience. You need to know who you're selling for, and that's a totally different video for a totally different day. I'm just showing you how easy it is with the coloring page wizard, and that you don't have to think about it a lot. So these are the ones that I did before, and you can see there's a lot of busyness going on here. It's busy. That's not money making material, although I loved this one. This one came out so nice. And you can see whimsical outline. So it's going to be totally different from a traditional coloring page, right? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's test our prompt. So let's copy, paste. Again, saying here A4 portrait doesn't mean anything to MidJourney. Why? You have to go and set. You want it in a portrait style, or you want it in a landscape style, or you want it in a square. So the square is going to be the default both in MidJourney as well as Artisly. That that section about the sizing here doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go with that. Go to the second one. I love this about MidJourney. I can just, as well as Artisly, I don't have to wait. So I can just do this quickly. So let's check the prompts also. So I didn't tick the singular focus, right? Design a fun coloring page of Christmas cake character in action. Use children's coloring, whatever. Design a fun coloring page, Christmas cake setting with elaborate you see that? Elaborate background. So now you'll get all sorts of stuff on the background. I don't want that as a coloring page seller, right? Design a fun coloring page of a Christmas cake scene with intricate details. The moment you hear the word intricate details, it means it's busy. I don't want that, right? Design a fun coloring page of a Christmas cake symbol with flowing details. That's a problem. If you want a clean background, that's a problem. Design a fun coloring page. But some of them do come out nice, and I can't speak for you guys. Maybe this is your thing. Maybe this is your thing. Maybe that's what your customers love. That's another one. Still busy. Like, where do I color? Where do I color here? And that is going to be you and your system, right? This is not what the video is going to cover. I'm just showing you how quickly it is to get the prompts over here. And then you need to figure out what is it that I want my image to look like. Tweak the prompt. Okay, I'm going to go back to this one. I love this one. Okay, 4. Oh, this was the one that was taking a while to, it's not a good output. I suppose that's why it took so long. So this was the musical notes, the Valentine's Day musical notes. Like this, I won't put this in. But no one promised us that AI is perfect, right? I think we can all agree on that. And I don't operate under the assumption that AI is perfect in any way. It's not. And I embrace that. It's fine. So part of my job, which is what AI can't do, is I still have to do the quality check. I still have to check the DPI and make sure that the background is white and there's no shading and whatever. That's still part of the process. Okay, so that's Artisly. Let's do this one. Oh, we've already copied this one. Right? So it's giving me that same busy vibe, regardless of the system. So I got it in MidJourney and I got it in Artisly. So it's not to say that the system's not working. I've just picked this up. I've noticed that it's giving me a very, very busy vibe, and I don't think that will sell well, at least not in my business. So let's do the same thing over here again. I'm going to keep it on Christmas cake, but this time I'm going to click on singular focus, and I want to show you the difference. So let's generate again. So focus only on the main element, right? So it's built into the prompt now. See, how do you color this in? Okay, let's try the singular focus. So if you guys aren't members yet and you want to check out AI Prompt Heaven, which is $9 a month, I will leave the link for you in the description. You can sign up and check it out for yourself. That's just the tool stack. Apart from the tool stack, which is what the Vault was built on, was ready-made prompts for you that you can copy, tweak, change up into your AI system of choice. And then you've got ready-made prompts to design and list them on your digital product store, right? That's actually what the Vault was built for. These extra tools is just me thinking of more ways to make things easier and better for you guys. Okay, and then yeah, go back. So just with clicking that button, I'll show you the output is very main element focus. Okay, so let's go to the top. Let's first look. This is what we had before. These are the cakes. I won't sell this. These are the coloring page. This one is fine. This one works. Bold outline, bold black and white style. They can easily color that in. This, you can't give this to a kid. It won't work. It will not work. I don't know who's going to color that in, and you'll get bad reviews. Trust me. Then we changed it up and we said singular focus, please. Singular focus only. Can you see the difference? That's the difference, singular focus. So play around with that button. You can leave these, or what I would tell the VA is to remove all of these. Easy removal in Canva. That's good to go. But those busy cakes, I won't sell it. And that's the result that I had with doing this offline. And I just wanted to make sure that it works 100% before I showed you guys. So depending on what it is that you are going for, you can select this button. It will give you a singular focus and you'll have cleaner pages for coloring pages, right? So before we go, if you want to sign up, the link is in the description. This is pretty much what the vault is. You get the image on the right, you get the description on the left, and I give you technical details, SEO keywords, and a lot of these prompts I've used for products that I list on Etsy, which is currently selling, like I get sales every day from Etsy. So a lot of these prompts is what's in my store, which is in the vault. And you can copy and change them up, make them your own, change the color, change the hairstyle, and create your own consistent bundles with AI Prompt Heaven. So if you have any other questions, please drop them for me in the comment section, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.